Are those good? You like them? Maybe I should just go put you on that pile for a little bit. Is that what you want to do? Ooh, you got grumpy. I'll go put you on the pile. Alright, so another hack for you guys. This is the salt that I use for my brine shrimp. I have no idea if this is safe for aquariums yet. But basically this is 40 pounds. I paid like $5 for it. Less than $5. But this is pure sodium chloride. So that is pure salt. That's what it is. Now it's water. They're water softener salt tablets. So it's pure sodium chloride. You do have to watch out. Some of these have additives. If you can see, additive free. Pure 100% sodium chloride, naturally evaporated. So this is what I use. This is also, Ted Judy uses this stuff too. He uses sodium chloride, water softening crystals and tablets. So you just want to look for 100% sodium chloride. You know, no additive free. They're pretty easy to find. And yeah, so $5 for 40 pounds. I think they also have it in a different ratio. You can pay like $8 for 20 pounds. Either way, $5 for 40 pounds of salt. I'm not gonna need salt for a while. I mean, I'm sodium rich, you guys. I'm just balling with all of this sodium here. But that's what I use for the brine. It works great. No problems. I still haven't figured out if that is safe for aquariums, so I don't know. I don't know. But that's just salt. That's all that is pure salt. It's not sea salt. It's not, you know, iodized salt. It's pure salt. So it could be. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've seen people. Gianne from Inglorious Bettas did a tour of a guy's place. The Nothos guy, and I'm pretty sure that's what he was using in all of his tanks. But yeah, very, very useful. I'm not sure if that's actually, I know he used this for brine shrimp hatching. I'm not sure if he used this for tanks though, so I just don't know if that's tank safe. I do know it's 100% brine shrimp safe. The brine have been hatching quite well in it, so moving on, I'm going to show you where I get my brine shrimp and how much I've been paying for him. Alright, so here's my brine. And, yep, it's a giant tub. And it comes completely full. When they ship it to you, it's got like a little metal pop top that you have to peel, so it's completely air sealed. You store it under 40 degrees, but this is 32 ounces of, and this is, I got the cheap stuff, so the economy grade, 75%, and it's actually 16 ounces. But I got the cheap stuff. It costs $37 for this. You can get the expensive stuff, which is like a true 99% hatch rate. And I think that cost like $60. So do the math, it all works out. You kind of always just pay the same. You pay for how much brine you get. That right there just means I can pay less, and it was, let me go ahead and get it back out, but it was from brineshrimpdirect.com. If you have any trouble finding it, go to Greg Sage's website, Select Aquatics, and he has a link that'll take you to it. But brineshrimpdirect.com, and $37 for this, and then $17 for 3-day priority shipping. They've been hatching out great. I mean, $40 for this. Granted, yes, another $20 for shipping, but it's such an amazing deal to have that much. If you're breeding fish, or you just want to, you know, have brine shrimp to grow outside in the summer, or you know, consistently have a live, amazing food for your fish, and you don't want to pay $10 for a tiny, small, little San Francisco Bay brand one, I mean, this is, I think, the first place you start. You know, $60 for all that brine shrimp. I mean, that's that's saving me a lot of money, and my fish, especially when I get these killifish raised up, I mean, are going to do a lot better. They're going to grow faster, they're going to be healthier, better fish, they're going to shit better, they're going to swim better, they're going to look better because they're getting fed better food, and that is not bullshit, people. Live food is a big difference in the quality of fish that you have. It's the same thing if you eat potato chips your entire life versus the kid next door whose parents fed him vegetables, you know, a few times a day. Who do you think is going to be healthier in the long run? Of course, it always boils down to genetics. Your genetics may be amazing, his may be terrible. But if genetics were not in, you know, a part of it, the person who eats better is going to do better. So, but yeah, it's just an amazing thing to have for your fish room, and for, you know, $40, granted $60 shipped to your doorstep, it's not a bad deal. That is a lot of brine shrimp. That'll last me a while. Like, I expect to get a year, if not probably more, out of this. Now that I have this, I'll be feeding it every single day in my fish room. I will always have this, you know, hatching out. At least I'll have one container that's consistently hatching out every single day. So anyways, let's go outside and I'll show you what I've got basically working on with this stuff. So before we go outside, I do want to mention, basically every day, what I do with that leftover when I'm done hatching my brine shrimp and I've harvested all that I can, that water like inevitably has like a couple hundred. You just look in the water, you see them swimming around. It's too few to actually harvest successfully because not all of them make it down to the light. So basically what I do with that water is I take it outside and I pour it in a tub. I'm gonna go take you to those tubs now. Alright guys, so this is just on one side of my house and basically 100% shade. Now these are 2 tubs that I have going with brine. Those are probably going to be planters. I think what I'm going to do is do a little bit of soil, sand, fill it up with water so there's like 5 inches of water, and then that way my plants always stay saturated at the roots and I can grow a bunch of like immersed crypts and like Ludwigias and stuff. But anyways, back to the brine. Basically what I've got here is that that sodium chloride. So I've made a solution that is equal to what I would put in my brine shrimp hatchery, and I think the more salt the better. Always the more salt the better. You can go full salt water with these guys. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see. Actually, you can see brine shrimp right there. And it took a few weeks for them to get up to this size. But this thing is just full of brine shrimp right now. And basically all that I do is every morning or every 2 days when I have my leftovers, I come out here and I pour it in here. Now you don't have to make a solution like this for them to, you know, survive. All you have to do literally is take your leftovers and pour it in a container outside every day. And, you know, and be sure that you're feeding it though too. Now what these live off of are microalgae and mulms. So they need those microorganisms basically to feed off of. So what I feed are spirulina. I just take powdered spirulina and I mix it in, or I take yeast. And I get the yeast, I mix it with some clean dechlored water, generally like just bottled water, and I shake the yeast around, get it absorbed and mixed in, and then I just pour it in, and then I just stir up the entire tank. And also what I do with this is I'm sure to stir it up and kick everything up off the bottom, because every time when you feed it the spirulina, what doesn't get eaten will eventually settle. So it's beneficial to get up there and just kick everything up off the bottom so that you can resuspend food that's sitting on the bottom for them to eat. Now this can last, you know, this is my first time doing this, but this will last weeks. Basically until it's depleted. It is a large volume of water, so very few small creatures, not really producing any waste in it. And this is something I learned from David Ramsey. I have no air hoses out here, nothing. It's not needed. They don't need air circulation to live. Air circulation, it does nothing but jostle them around and make it hard for them to, you know, find food and live. So basically, hatching baby brine shrimp, you want a small amount of air, like the smallest amount, just enough to move the water. The more air you have in hatching brine shrimp, the more baby brine shrimp are going to get stuck on the sides or just not be able to do anything. Now, it doesn't matter so much with babies because you're not worried about them eating. They're going to feed off of their embryo sacs when they hatch, so it's not a big deal with babies. But for adults, if you want them to feed, you don't need aeration. I mean, you can use aeration to mix the water, but if you're moving them and you're making them struggle, they're not going to be able to feed as easily, and you're just going to give them a hard time. But I mean, there's quite a few in there. Those are probably pretty young ones there. But there's definitely, I mean, there's quite a few in here. So I actually did inoculate these with, and it was weeks ago. I thought they were dead. I didn't think anything would come out of it until like a couple weeks later. I look out here and there's just brine in it. But I actually just hatched, you know, a small amount of brine for each of these, and then tried it that way, and I didn't notice any success, but I think I just was impatient and probably didn't, you know, wait long enough. And this is just some of that flexible lighting material, and it's flat, so it makes a good seal on the top. It allows light to get through, which I do believe they need. And it also keeps other things out. I'm pretty sure mosquitoes won't be able to survive in such a salinity, high salinity environment. So, but it's still, you keep other stuff out that you're really not trying to get in there. You especially don't want bird poop. Like this one here, I've got ridges, so it's actually not airtight. But it's still working. Now, I haven't been topping this off with as many babies from my new little baby cultures, so it doesn't have as many, but it does have some in here, and I think it's a bit hard to see. There's mosquitoes in here. I don't think they're coming from it, but pretty sure mosquitoes can't have babies that live in such, you know, high salinity water. Nothing. I think there's something there, maybe. Smells like salty broccoli. That's what this smells like because of all the spirulina in there. What are you? Dirt? No, I can't catch anything with my hands, but I did look in here earlier today, and there was brine shrimp swimming around. So I do know that it is working. And this is something I actually learned from another YouTuber, David Ramsey. If you don't know who he is, I would highly suggest that you go check him out. On his channel, he's just kind of like an old school breeder. He breeds a lot of killifish. He breeds rams, pistos, plecos, tetras, all sorts of stuff. And he's been in the hobby for a while, so he kind of knows what he's doing. And he's the one who I got this idea from, and a lot of other live food culture ideas. So anyways, that's the outdoor brine shrimp culture. And here's a quick update on the shade cloth area. I've decided to expand. So I've added a few more little posts over here, basically so I can get 2 more IBC totes there, because I decided I was going to utilize all of my IBC totes out here. And I can go ahead and utilize this one because I had to buy tops for these, because the other ones they weren't complete. They had a missing ring on the middle. So yeah, wasn't working. Then in here we have the totes. So they're the goldfish. They're doing good. This one right here, I'm just allowing to cycle. Looks like, I think it's building up algae. Yeah, there's algae in there. I don't think it's building up yet, but I'm allowing this to cycle. I've just got like a DIY box filter that I've made. That one needs to be scrubbed out. This is the goldfish one. They're doing good. I think it was a squirrel. No idea. I think those are doing well. Yeah, this one's produced 2 babies for me, so yeah, that's awesome. Really excited about that. And then my temperature is just under 80 degrees. So 78 degrees, not bad. These are doing good. There's my 2 goldfish. I actually want to get another goldfish for this pond. I think I may do goldfish. I'm not sure. I actually would really like some goldfish. And one of my LFSs has some amazing black arandas, but they came in really bad condition. And I don't know that they're able to medicate them properly, so I kind of want to buy them off of them. And see if I can't get a discount, considering they all have like velvet. And then basically beat the velvet myself and have a few really amazing black arandas. But yeah, these are doing good. Water hyacinths are doing good. That one right there has already produced another really big water hyacinth, so I'm really happy about that. I don't think any of the other ones have produced any. That one's about to produce one. So that one's probably about to produce another. It looks like it is. So I'm happy with these. This tank's doing good. I need to get some plants in here soon. Try and grab that guy. Come on, bud. This is my little gray oranda. Oh, you're good. This is why I like goldfish. You can catch them. You're good. Now I think these guys, they should probably be bigger, but I think they were stunted from basically just being bought from a PetSmart. So this isn't a black oranda. This is basically just like a gray. So basically he just doesn't have any color changing abilities like most goldfish do. But these are also fertilized daily. Not daily, but every few days. And they're doing good. We actually got a big rainstorm last night, so a lot of these are about to flood on me. These, of course, didn't get that much rain because they're fairly covered. But these ones over here did. You can see all my fans are going. This one's not going. I got this yesterday for 45 bucks. And this one right here pushes some wind. Like, you can see everything just moving now. So I think this one right here hopefully is going to do a good job this summer when we actually get hot. But wonder how that Daphne is doing. I really hope it's doing good. This is actually my fertilizer for outside. I got that from Greg Sage. Mosquito fish, white clouds, some type of platy, which is also my first platy ever. And then these are Australian rainbow fish. And you can tell this thing definitely flooded last night. Kind of need to let some out. But yeah, I also need to poke. So I went ahead and I poked holes in here. It looks like the hole got clogged somehow. Huh, I'll probably have to poke like a few more holes just at the top, but yeah. Anyways, these are doing good. What's up? What are you doing? 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 Don't bite me. You want that? Oh, okay. You guys like water lettuce? I'll start feeding you water lettuce if you want to eat it. That's cool with me. Don't bite me. Tell you what, we can go get him some food. Need somewhere to put it though. Use this. Alright, so over here is where I take all my aquarium plants that I'm done with, and then also any spoiled vegetables and stuff of that nature. And because I do all that, I get a lot of these black soldier larvae. They basically thrive off of anything that has any type of caloric amount to it. And there's a lot of that stuff in here. So basically I can just unearth a little bit. And this is my compost pile, if you were wondering. And I can just start collecting them. See, they're really not in that high a number yet. So generally, sometimes once they really start, you know, hatching out and thriving in here, I could literally just, like, you know, dig in here about an inch or so and unearth, you know, a couple hundred in one little scoop. I don't have to pick out a few like this. But the chickens absolutely love these. Not that many there. Let's see, there's a good little amount of them. Yeah, chickens want more than that, but I don't have all day to sit here and pick out maggots for them. What? What's in here? Do you guys know what's in there? They know what's in there too. They know. That's crazy that they know. I haven't even been giving them a whole lot this season, and they actually know what's in there. Are those good? You like them? Maybe I should just go put you on that pile for a little bit. Is that what you want to do? Ooh, you got grumpy. I'll go put you on the pile. What's in there? Are you going to stir the pile for me? There you go. Get in there, girl. Stir it. Stir it. It's actually kind of good for it. I could use a good, like, mixing of the pile. Yeah, you can eat the apple too. That's good. She likes that apple. You can make eggs out of that apple, huh? There you go. You gotta get over there. No idea why that just happened. For some reason, my camera decided to quit recording. So anyways, guys, I've got the chickens out there in the compost pile, so I have to make this quick. About the contest, the giveaway, how I'm gonna do that is, basically, I have picked a number between 1 and 1,000. I have it written down on my calendar on the back side. So basically, in the comments below this video, what you need to do is make an actual comment. You have to be subscribed, you have to like the video, and you have to leave a real comment. It can't be nonsense. You have to say something legitimately real. And it can be good video, or I enjoy it. You give me constructive criticism. I prefer constructive criticism over just criticism, but criticism I think is open too, so long as it's a real comment. And pick a number between 1 and 1,000, and the 5 closest people to the number that I picked will get packages sent out to them. I think that's like the fairest way to do it. I think any other way just kind of allows, for other people to have an unfair advantage. So I think that's fair. Everybody gets to pick one number between 1 and 1,000. Only one entry. If you do more than one entry, you just get disqualified because I don't know which number to pick. So I will just discount both numbers. So be sure to just do one. Try not to pick numbers that other people have picked. If you want to do that, you do it, and you just complicate things. If I have 10 people that have picked the same number, I'm just going to pick the person who picked that number first, and they're going to have their entry. But, yeah, if some reason, if you pick the same number as someone else and you didn't know, I'm not expecting you to read every comment. If you want to scan through real quick, that would be helpful. But yeah, it's kind of a vast open area, 1 in 1,000. The 5 closest people get packages shipped out. And the next video where I go over the winners, and I'll kind of show you guys me picking. And yeah, we'll go over the winners. And I'll also kind of cover what in my fish room I have available to ship out. And this is only going to include the United States. As of now, I don't know that I can ship to any other place and not have it break my bank. Also, with what I'm shipping, they are going to be heat and time sensitive. Got some mosquito bites in my back, pretty sure. But they're going to be heat and time sensitive and cold sensitive, all that stuff, the plants and vertebrates. There will be some dry goods, but I think a lot of the selection is going to be what I have in my fish room and what I have in my tanks. Specifically, some of my planted tanks, you can kind of pick out some stems, some plants that you like, some moss that you like, excluding anubias and stuff that I just can't propagate. If it's something I'm propagating like stems, then you can basically go ahead and pick it out. If I have enough, I'll cover that in the next video when I basically pick, who's going to win. But basically anyone, I think in America, if you're in Alaska and Hawaii, I've got to figure that one out. I think the only thing with Hawaii is I might not be able to ship a lot of plants and snails and stuff to you guys. I don't know that mystery snails and all the plants that I have are legal for me to send to you. But if you do win and you're in Hawaii, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be too much more for me to ship to Hawaii. So we will, you know, I will count Hawaii, and I will count Alaska, especially because there's some amazing people in Alaska, if you guys don't know. Apparently Alaska is where it's at for kindness and fish keepers. So, but yeah, if you're in Alaska, definitely the door is open to Alaskans. I think the same thing goes. You just need to know what Alaska, if any, has any rules about me shipping snails or plants, and you kind of need to just kind of keep that in mind when I'm allowing you to pick what you would like out. Don't ask me to send you marbled crayfish if you live in Alaska or Hawaii, probably because those two states would not really appreciate those getting sent. And I will do a little bit of research as far as like the marbled crays go, considering that will be something I have enough to ship out if you wanted them. If it clearly states in your state they're illegal, you can't expect me to ship those out to you. Try and make sure that what you ask for is legal. So anyways, I should be covering this on the next video, but that's just kind of like a quick, I guess, teaser of what you can expect to get. So anyways, guys, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to watch my videos. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Alright, so if you guys can see why he might be such a good camouflager here, what he's doing now is he is like burying himself in the substrate, and he's trying to blend in with it. And from above, I mean, I don't know if you guys can see, I mean, he probably would do a pretty good job. But yeah, I put those 3 Siamese algae eaters in. I'm kind of scared for him, because I did that and now he's doing this. And what I bet he's doing is he's like, ooh, there's fish in here, I'll totally just do this, and as soon as they swim by, I'm going to murder them. Is that what you're doing? Huh? You, I'm talking to you. What are you doing, bud? You just got fed like so much food. This is ridiculous. The fact that you're going to eat everything in your aquarium is not very cool, bro. Okay? I give you food, like ridiculous amounts of food, bud. You're fat now. You have a food baby. You have a problem. You don't need to eat anybody else, okay? There's one of them right there, if you can see. Right there. Well, I hope they figure out that he's in here without being eaten. Cause yeah, he's hunting them already, so. Not cool, dude. Not cool. Like, I mean, I'm pretty positive what he's doing is like, he's digging himself into the ground so that he blends in, and then he's going to like try and eat them when they swim by him. I'm pretty sure that's what he's got in mind.